Hey, what's up? It's your girl Kia, and I'm just gonna do a quick video about this entire Mario Lopez situation. I actually already recorded this, but I reread it back, and I kind of wanted to make a couple other important points. And also be clear about a couple of things. So, Mario Lopez is in hot water. There was an article that came out on Yahoo Sports with the headline, Mario Lopez, it's dangerous for parents to support transgender kids. And of course, that article headline, you write an article headline, you post it on Twitter, that's the only thing everybody sees. So, of course, on Twitter, before anybody even read the article, which I noticed a lot of people didn't read the article, they're just going off the headline and they are trashing him all over social media, calling him transphobic, saying he's an awful person, saying that he's canceled. But no one actually read the article. I thought something was weird too. So I went in and I actually read the article. So the way this all came about, he went on Candace Owens' show, and Candace Owens is the leader of the Blexit movement. She's a black Republican, and she acts like she's the first black Republican to ever exist. This is why I cannot stand her. She is the black Tommy Lahren. She's a 24-year-old idiot who thinks she knows everything about being Republican. As you can see, I have some beef with her. So, woosah. Anyway, he went on her show, and the situation came up about kind of weird trends in Hollywood and parenting, and it came up now in April. Charlize Theron revealed that her 7-year-old son Jackson doesn't identify for a boy, and her response was, I thought he was a boy too, until she looked at me when she was 3 and said, "Oh, I'm a boy." So Candace makes her comments about that, and then in response to Candace's comment, Mario Lopez makes this quote. Listen to the quote. I am not trying to understand, I am trying to understand it myself, and please don't lump me into the whole group, Lopez responded. I am kind of blown away too. Look, I never want to tell anyone how to parent their kids, obviously, and I think if you come from a place of love, you really can't go wrong, but at the same time, my God, if your 3-year-olds are saying sorry, if you're 3-year-old and you're saying you're feeling a certain way, or you think you're a boy or a girl or whatever the case may be, I just think it's dangerous as a parent to make this determination. Then, okay, well, then you're going to be a boy or a girl, whatever the case may be. It's sort of alarming, and my gosh, I just think about the repercussions later on. He went on to say, when you're a kid, you don't know anything about sexuality yet, you're just a kid. So he made one major mistake. He equated gender to sexuality, and these two things are different. A lot of people know this, so he shouldn't have said that part because that part is incorrect. But his quote as a whole makes sense. It absolutely makes sense. And I know there are people out there like Jazz Jennings who transitioned when she was very, very young and made the decision, and her parents let her transition, but her parents also didn't let her do certain things until her body got to a certain point. They don't really talk about that much, but that's really how they kind of handled it. But Mario Lopez is right. When little kids are 3, they look at the TV, they see things that they like, but the commercial that they see on TV or whatever they're watching kind of gender assigns people based on objects. For example, when they see Barbie commercials, very rarely are there little boys in Barbie commercials. When there's race cars and race tracks during the holiday season, it's barely any girls in those commercials. It's all boys. When you're looking at Nick Jr. and all the little kids channels that they watch, the commercial team puts the sex with what they think goes with it. And do I think that's right? Probably not this day and age, but they do it. So a little kid, 3-year-olds may be saying, well, I like these things, and the commercial is telling me that those things that I like are with a girl. So I feel like I like those things. I'm a girl. And do not get me wrong, this is not every single child. I'm just giving you an example of how society is pressuring kids to be a certain way sometimes. So when that little kid says that, he may not know what it means to be a girl or boy. He just knows what he sees, how he or she feels, and then thinks he can make a determination. 3-year-olds aren't smart. They don't know the whole thing of I'm being a boy or girl. They don't know what it means. So for a parent to allow a kid to say, okay, you feel like a girl, now you're a girl, I don't think that's the right way to do it. Would I say it's dangerous? No. I wouldn't say that it's dangerous, but I feel like as parents, and what Mario Lopez is saying is that we're the adults. We're the parents. We need to help guide our kid in the proper way. We need to make sure, and proper doesn't mean gay or straight. What proper means is, okay, let's make the right decisions to get you to the point where you want to be. That's what we're supposed to do as parents. We're not just supposed to support kids no matter what they do. And I feel like that's like the new hot thing of parenting. I'm going to support my kid no matter what. That's ridiculous. I look at a lot of these young girls who are on Instagram half naked and want to go, where's your mom? Like, where's your mama? I would never let my child out here half naked on Instagram trying to get followers and all that kind of stuff, because though that type of stuff has ramifications later on down the line. Whether that kid might have been like, oh my God, when that kid turns, maybe let's say she turns 26, has got a job, and now all these pictures are still out there. You can't support your kid no matter what. You have to be the adult and guide them, you know? So if I had to say how I would handle it, if my 3 or 5 year old came to me and said, Mom, I think I'm a boy or a girl, I would say, okay, that's fine. Okay, you think you're a boy or a girl. But in my mind as a parent, I would keep my eye on them. I would watch their behaviors. I would watch what they like. I would watch what they're watching. I would really try to see what they think being a boy or girl means. And if I see the behavior or whatever they're doing kind of shift towards, okay, maybe they do feel a certain type of way, I would start letting them outside of formal events, because again, we're Christians. We are Christian and Hindu. So outside of formal events like weddings and Hindu church, I would start saying, okay, maybe if you don't like the frilly dresses I'm putting on, maybe we can tone down the dresses a little bit. Or maybe if you don't like the boy stuff you're in, maybe let's add a little bit more color into this. Let me let you pick your stuff. Let me just see where you're going. If my kid then comes back at 10 or 11 and says, Mom, I really feel like something is wrong, or I feel like I was born in the wrong body, I would say, okay, then we as a family need to go to therapy. Not because the kid is crazy, because I want a therapist to be able to really talk to my child, boy or girl, so that they can, one, feel like they're really being heard, and really being understood, and that everything they want is getting out properly. Then I want that therapist to relay it back to me and my husband to say, okay, your kid is feeling like this, and she or he feels this way, and this is how it is. So we can go, okay, this is a real thing. We need to handle this differently as parents. Now that they've been vocalized, they've been heard and understood, we're understanding and vocalized, letting them know we hear you, we understand you. Okay, fine. And then you start the process of taking hormones. That's a big deal to have your child take hormones and really start a transition process. Little kids at 3 don't know that. This does not make Mario transphobic for saying this, because again, there's a lot of parents who feel that way. Having a transgender child, there's no roadmap for that. There's no book on how to do that. It's really kind of trial and error. And some parents have a great experience with it and support their kid and let their kid transition, or their kid transition early, and other parents are just figuring it out. You know, there have been a couple of transition little documentaries that I've seen where some people, it's been the best experience of their life, and other people realize that it's something that they want to go take back. And that's not every single person, but these things happen. So I would not let my tiny little kid, my little one, make that decision. Would I be supportive of them? Yes, I would absolutely be supportive of them and love them and let them make the choices that they want to make. And if any kid at their school tried to talk bad about my child, I would be at the school. I would tell your mom to come see about me, because we're going to have a problem. I would never let my child get bullied. I would always be there to support them. I don't care if I'm having to walk them into the classroom, every classroom, or going to every football game, basketball, everywhere they go, to let kids know, don't fuck with my kid, because I'm not the one. But as far as making a hardcore decision, I don't think what Mario Lopez said is wrong. I just feel like a lot of people are so ready to grab the torch and call someone transphobic or cancel somebody without actually looking at their quote or looking at what they said and really looking at the bigger picture. Did he say some things wrong in this? Yes, because gender is not the same as sexuality. He didn't, using certain words. I'm trying to make sure, did he say the word dangerous in here? Yeah, he did use the word dangerous. He should not have used that verbiage, but what he's saying is not wrong. And if you don't agree with me, I understand, but my opinion, I feel like, is right for my family. It does not, and calling people transphobic is the same thing as calling people racist when they make a comment about something. That not everything is racist, not everything is transphobic. This is not transphobic. He did not say that letting your kid transition is wrong. He didn't say that being transgender is ugly or nasty or anything. He just said that we have to be more responsible for we let kids make hardcore decisions like transitioning. Think about it. Transitioning is a big deal. It's not just, and I really wish more people understood this. Transitioning is not just, I'm putting on makeup, or I'm going to wear a dress now, or I'm going to wear bra and underwear that I like, and it's none of that. It's a lot of strain on your mental capacity, your physical capacity, your health. It's a lot. It's not just one thing. And I wish more people understood that. I understand that only because I have a few friends who are starting the process or have started the process, and it's a lot on them. It's a lot. And I would not wish that on any little kid to have to go through a transition. I mean, it's hard enough on adults. Imagine how it is for a little kid. So those are just my thoughts. So drop down in the comments. Hi guys, be nice to each other. Like and subscribe to my channel. Find me on Twitter at Kia Shakur. Find me on Instagram. I'm Kia Giovanni. There's no political stuff over there. A really big commentary. Do not find me on Facebook because some of you have been sending hate mail to my Facebook page, which I think is really weird. It's really weird, but whatever. And what do you guys think of my new glasses? I'm in glasses. I work so much on the computer and I have two screens. You can't see them, but I have two. And my eyes are going bad together with glasses now. But anyway, that's my commentary. And again, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.